Hey guys, Tyre here bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Eindhoven country. Playing today, spawning in the north we have Muno playing as Brits. Straight away going for Lend-Lease Assault. Teaming up with him is Pack. Playing as Soviets. Straight away going for counter-attack. Next offensive in the south we have Shadics ARG playing as Ostheer, who has German mechanized, lightning war, and elite troops. And finally we have Rip playing as OKW, straight away going for Overwatch. In terms of rankings here, this is an all random game. Muno rank 5, Pack rank 130, Rip rank 66, and Shadics rank 91. So, slow start to this one. Sandbags coming up. Conscripts interrupted. Decide not to complete the capture. Jump back to the heavy cover instead. Lose the progress on the sandbags as well. Looks like Rip coming across. Maybe going to assist his teammate on the right hand side. Empire is getting quite a lot of wire off. You can still squeeze through that gap there. Maybe they're hoping to wire off completely. That reinforced wire as well, so can't be crushed by a light vehicle. Makes it a bit harder to get rid of. Also takes a long time to plant. Sandbag's about to complete for Shadics. Manages to finish those. Comes in for the 2-on-1 versus the conscripts. Grandy is actually soft retreating back to the sandbags. Here comes the machine gun from the side. There goes the conscripts. They can dive onto the cutoff as well with these conscripts. Grenadiers fall back to the heavy cover. Going to lose control of that cutoff. Empire is wrapping around, but we've got the assault section in the mix now. So they also have to retreat. Not a very strong push there from Rip. Taking a lot of damage as well as the Stern Pioneers retreat. Jumps back onto the cutoff with the MG42, pushing forwards with the other troops. They're a little bit weak at the moment. Early medics there from Pack. So they're able to heal up. Kind of work out quite nicely for him at that timing, honestly. Could also maybe consider going for his tech at this stage. Looks like he's going to do that. And then maybe by the time he gets to 2 command points, he could go for a squad of shock troops or something instead of an extra squad of conscripts or combat engineers. I feel like this is a reasonable map for shock troops. And there's quite a few ambush opportunities on this side, and I feel like the smoke also quite powerful. Traditionally though, shock troops are a pretty bad choice against Ostheer. Given how early the 2-2 Flame half track arrive. But we'll see how it goes. Trench up for Muno. Rip just about there for his Jaeger lights to decide to put down his battle as well as get medics. Oh wow, we're going to go for a machine gun instead. It's a little bit surprising. Definitely was expecting the Jaeger lights. Do have a mortar out now for Shadics. Don't know if these trenches have even been revealed yet, but the mortar will help quite nicely against them. Assault section on the far side. Maybe going to cook up a flank. Speaking of mortars, we've got a mortar pit going up for Muno, quite close to the front lines as well. Definitely Allies want to control that central victory point. Mortar working nicely against the trench, but looks like he's going to jump back inside. Vic is suppressing, but the folks do crawl past. Oh, big connection from the mortar pit. And that results in the wipe. That is so unlucky for Rip. Monster shot from the mortar pit there. Down they go. Okay, it's going to be a Maxim for Pack. Also a fine choice. Try and get some suppression cooking. And the mortar pit looks like it's winning the mortar wars. Oh boy, double mortar pits for Muna, putting them right next to each other as well. Don't really have something to punish that though on the Axis commander front. Don't have any airstrikes that could really put the hurt on them when they're that close together. So maybe it will end up working out. 2-2 out for shadics. Maybe a touch late, but not too bad. Chasing away those squads. We do have tier 3 down for Pack and about to pop out the T70. That's going to be a super fast T70. Shows just how solid Muno's control has been on the left-hand side. I don't think they've been cut off at all. Haven't lost control of the fuel point. Rip hasn't been able to get much going. And now the shells are hammering down. The troops in the vicinity of those mortar pits are not going to last for long.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Looks like they're going for the barrage on the MG back there. Vetting up quickly as well. Here comes the T70. Do have the 222 there. Shadics does have the manpower for the Pack. Gonna need to build one of those. And Rip investing into the infantry support guns. As well as a Jaeger light. Small position there for the MG. It is. Maybe could wrap around with the 222. Oh, we got a half track coming in for Pack as well. That's strange. And Rip paying the price for not getting his own anti-tank gun. Doesn't have any real defences against this T70. And the infantry support gun trying to soften up the mortar pits. The mortar pits returning fire. Giving it a beat down. Out to the side now. Upgrading that with the quad as well. Okay, that's interesting. So double light vehicles for Pack. Maybe he wants to go for like a no tier 4 strat. And do super fast B4s. Trying that out. Probably would be good to go for the mobilized reserves upgrade from tier 3. Very early as you can. But maybe he just wants the double light vehicle pressure. T-gun can't quite get the shot on the quad. This is a shock blocker, this line of trees, so can't attack ground through. Going from side to side at the moment. Push on to the fuel though from Rip with the Jaeger lights. Looks like it's going to be able to get the decap. 222 coming back through the center. Good connection from the Pack as well. No attack ground. There was a channel. You know, there was like a gap there where the pack could have shot through. Wasn't likely to hit the wreck. The Allies having to take a bit of a breather. Nuno has been investing into tech. About to field the Cromwell. Ooh, and those mortar pits. Man, the scatter is quite close. You're right up against them like that. Down goes another squad for Rip. Those mortar pits hitting hard. Again, connects once. The second time doesn't manage to get the shot through. As Cromwell hits though, Rip's going to be in some real trouble. There goes the mortar. The mortar pit's returning fire. And the D crew. Yeah, that's kind of the issue, you know, trying to fight mortar pits often with... Oh my gosh. Rip is just getting torn to pieces here by these mortar pits. Dropped the Shrek as well. Ouch. Looks like he's got a Fox Grenadier squad that could maybe come across and pick this up though. Getting missing a shot on the T-70. And here comes the Crommy.
The enemy are attacking an emplacement.
At least he manages to regather the Shrek. Oh, the ISG getting decrewed as well. But yeah, that's the issue when trying to use your indirect fire to fight the mortar pits. You know, you might do some health damage to them, but they don't have to pay any manpower to repair that up. And then you drop like, you know, they've probably dropped 200, 300 manpower with these support weapons so far. And if the infantry support gun gets outright destroyed here, which it does, even more now. Stormtroopers on the far side, throw out the smoke, hiding inside. Does mean we've got elite troops for shadics. Again, connecting twice. Getting on attack ground there, I think. Cromwell hiding behind the trees, needs to switch over to attack ground in this angle. Right, looks like he's got to get on the move. The double mortar pit's starting to hammer that region. Oh boy, and the Cromwell gets a nasty shot through. There's the D crew. Shrek squad coming across. Oh, Pack narrowly missing. He's going to be able to hold on to the Raketin at least. Probably would pay to retreat that, I would say, as well. Because, you know, it's a 3 models, but like a third health, very susceptible to getting decrewed again. Oh, bit of blocking. Uh-oh. Oh, does not fire off the attack ground. Didn't even get the opportunity to take advantage of that block accidentally. But yeah, I suppose that's one benefit of putting the double mortar pits so close to each other. If they are getting shot at by something like the Ostheer mortar, they can both return fire. So 4 mortar shells returning fire. Take care of the Axis indirect fire pieces very, very quickly. And yeah, in this particular instance, no real off match to counter that, so we'll punish it. So it looks like it's going to work out. Ooh. Scatters triggers the mine. Some serious engine damage now because of that. There's Axis support weapons in the center. Got to get on the move. The Axis should maybe try concede a bit of territory in the center. Try fight away from the mortar pits. Try secure the VPs on the far edges.
The enemy will get a nasty shock if they attack.
Oh boy, but that's trouble. You just heard Muno. He's upgraded with Anvil. That means heavy mortar barrage available on these now. And I think that they will be in range of that Schwer Panzer headquarters back there. Yeah, here we go. One's starting to drop the heavy shells on the Shreya, and that was a mistake from Rip putting his Shreya down at this position, because those mortar pits were up a long time before his Shreya went down there. You just have to consider that these days, those mortar pits with the heavy barrage, crazy long range. So you got to put this in a very conservative position. Maybe like over here, covering this cutoff from the far edge would be maybe safe.
Heavy mortar, ready and waiting.
Be safe here at least. Okay, we've got the flak pans out for shadics, which is a very risky move. Maybe if they weren't already up against the Cromwell, I could see it, but given that they are, Cromwell could easily rotate over to that side and chase down the flak panzer since the Cromwell's so fast. Currently occupied. Both the mortar pits up to vet 3 now. Got 15 kills here, 16 on the other. Double anti-tank gun strat for Pack. Does put down tier 4 though. Still has enough in the tank to go for B4. A bit slow on the command points this match. Dangerous retreat path there, taking quite a lot of damage. Getting away alright though.
Combat engineers can now deploy B4 super heavy artillery guns.
And Shax has kept his mortar on the move since having to recruit by those grenadiers. Yeah, the Shreya is well and truly dead now thanks to the heavy mortar barrage.
The enemy is taking our territory.
So it's really bad for Rip. I suppose the good news is he did manage to get his tank out. His tank is still alive. And he can go for the howitzer as a form of indirect fire, so doesn't really need the Shreya right now. Shouldn't impact his build order by too much. Here comes the M10, don't see this too often. Chasing down Panzer 4, 2 on 1. Panzer 4 with no support here. No Faust. Raketen manages to connect. But it's not enough. The 2 on 1, getting the job done. Still coming back to try and recruit MG. But yeah, Rip just hasn't had the answer so far. Just getting torn to pieces by these heavy the mortar pits and the heavy mortar barrage. At the moment though, Axis with the triple cap, so that's nice for them. So the combat engineer's standing still back here. I guess he's going to build the B4. Maybe he's going to save up for the KV-1 instead. Could do with his own tank to help rein in this flak panzer. Doubles this can't be there all the time. Would allow better control of the far VP as well. But yeah, Axis actually with 100 VP lead at this stage, kind of unbelievable I would say. Tier 4 down for shadics now as well. And here comes the howitzer for Rip. Built it very far back, just about as safe as can be. And in this case, the allies don't have anything to counter this. They don't have a bombing strike either. This is like the loiter plane, freshly added to this commander. Wow, the heavy mortar barrage can reach all the way back here. Oh man. Will the howitzer even be safe back there? Hard to estimate the range. The range is that long. Getting a couple good hits in. Rip needs to get those Jaegers moving. There they go now. Oh, but they're already so low. Has to retreat.
Supply half track is ready for orders.
They're connecting once. Is that a fresh squad of assault sections? Okay, yeah, building them quite late. Definitely a solid squad, but... Okay, here comes the howitzer. And I suppose this will punish. Two mortar pits being right next to each other. Much higher chance of hitting. That Panzer hits the mine. Recon plane up in the air as well. Double tank guns though, not chasing in. Cromwell, uh-oh, in some trouble. Trying to flank, but we have the Shrek squad coming in. Doesn't even need to. The Rakin gets the shot off in time anyway. Worth a strike in this area. I think they hit too much. M10 going diving. Looking for the Werfer. Werfer popping smoke. Flak Panzer. Gonna soak a shot. But the M10 not gonna get distracted. Gonna go for the Werfer. Werfer circling around. Down it goes. Now the Flak Panzer could be in some trouble. Squad's coming through for the Faust. He needs to drive away with the Flak Panzer, not drive towards. M10 though. Oh, abandoned! Oh no. M10 I don't think needed to stay that close to the Flak Panzer. Maybe he ran out of micro a bit there. Could have like backed away and I think not got double Fausted. Could have survived with the M10, but... Oh, the Faust. The abandon rather, just rubbing salt in the wounds. Shadic's not heading over in this direction though. They'd be trying to repair this up with a double Pios. Now it's opening up on the mortar pits again. They're both getting very low. I don't think we've seen any brace activations so far from Muno either. Maybe we're just going to let them die. A little bit low on fuel. Muno and Pack both with a monumental amount of manpower. I'm not entirely sure what they're up to. Shaq's rebuilding the Flak Panzer. He must not have noticed that it got abandoned. Okay, Pack finally building the KV-1. 50 fuel late though. Or maybe even more than that. Got the B4 down as well though. Didn't notice that, but that has got one kill. Got a lot of veterancy off the one kill though, so maybe he hit some buildings with it as well. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't look like any building is damaged at the moment. Comes the Flak Panzer, double anti-tank guns under pressure from the Grenadiers, so can't do much. Pack pushing forwards as well. One Zis gets decrewed. This is the risk Pack took, building his KV-1 so late. And looks like Shadics not just going for the kill on the Zis immediately, maybe wants to steal himself. A little bit unfortunate. T-70 scatter shot triggering the Talamine. Oh, MG42 Grenadiers went down on the far flank as well. Dropped the LMG. Flak Panzer, this is a very risky play. And KV-1 about to bust through. Flak Panzer is quite a lot faster, but maybe not fast enough. Oh, but the KV-1 not chasing. Disengaging here, I think that's a big mistake. So Flak Panzer gets away safe. If the Flak Panzer had blitz there, I think it would be fast enough to outrun the KV-1 with the average RNG. KV-1 probably expected to miss one shot, but it didn't even chase there. Churchill out for Muno now. Still with a huge amount of manpower left in the bank. Still plenty of room in the army as well. Both the mortar pits are now gone. So the howitzer got the job done. Does have 0 kills at the moment though. And that is double B4s, it sounds like. No, just the one. Thought I saw. Oh. Okay, well, no, just the one. Guess I timed the shots wrong. There we go. Good combo for the Volksgrenadier. Shrek into Faust, engine damage on the Churchill. Gonna call in the planes behind this as well. Sector assault. And the AA half-track did go down, so nothing to shoot these down at the moment. Looks like they target the T-70 first, though. Nothing providing sight at the moment, so not going to target any more vehicles. With the suppression coming in on the Soviet troops. But now the Axis are behind by about 100 VPs. Allies have had a stranglehold on those. I don't think they've lost a single point in that time, right? Purely being the Axis on the drain. They're doing something about that now, though. Going for the center. Capping on the right as well. So they picked up the LMG that was over there also. Shadics also with a decent chunk of manpower on the bank. I think he's trying to save for the Tiger Ace. Might be lacking in fuel though. Maybe get a cash down. Also the heavy tank stall looks like. Gonna go for the King Tiger, having planted the mechanized truck back here. Getting pretty close to that honestly himself though. If he's noticed the flak pans are back here yet. Oh, it looks like the stormtroopers picked that up. Also got the G43 package, so should be pretty strong at this range. B4 hammering down on this region. Oh, well, or maybe it's not. Look at where it's... Maybe he did it like right on the edge. This could be devastating. Third shot! Oh, late retreat from Rip as well. Sternfires go down. Got the King Tiger out now though. And now, finally, we have some caches coming down from Muno in this case. Finally burning through that 1200 manpower bank. Pretty close to another Churchill, if that's what he wants to go for. Probably the safest option would be to go for a Firefly instead, though, not another Churchill. Oh, he's going to go for the M10s instead, okay. M10s, you know, expendable, can charge in. Have a super good chance of penetrating the King Tiger from the front, but quite good if they get onto its rear armor. It's a risky style though. You have to expect you're going to lose a couple M10s attempting it. With the Firefly you can just apply that constant damage from the frontal armor, let it fed up nicely. Pants are staying alive. Good damage from the double anti-tank guns. Did indeed crew that Zis. The pack lost all that time ago. It's ready 5 coming in for pack now. And once he's reinforced, this will be his army comp. Doesn't have any more room. King Tiger off to a solid start. Strafing planes coming in for Muno. M10 diving forwards, but we do have a Raketin in a nice position. Already popped the speed boost. Oh, and the double anti-tank guns for shadics. Also the B4 hammering down in this region though. M10 dies. Oh, so does the Flak Panzer, and it took down both Pioneers. That was a monster shot. Tiger looking for the kill on the Churchill now. We've also got these sector assault planes coming through for RIP. Here comes another M10. Can this one outmaneuver the anti-tank guns? Probably not. Faust's going to come through. Second anti-tank gun a little bit further back. Down it goes. This bouncing. Oh, but the rockets get on the rear armor of the King Tiger, do so much damage. Conscript's looking to finish the job with the anti-tank grenades now. Looks like that one bounced. But the SU-85 actually gets the job done. Down goes the KT. It's kind of interesting how that gave it like 0 veterancy, right? So it did 0 damage since it was already at 0 health from the anti-tank grenade. Failing to kill. Well, big blow to RIP. Losing the King Tiger like that, because he doesn't have any quick way to get back in the game, having lost his Shreya. Gonna have to save for another King Tiger, I would say. Do have the Tiger Ace out now, though, for shadics. Might have a tricky time, however, against the SU-85. Shells flying both directions. Looks like the B4's coming out on the better end of things. 18 kills now. So we got a D-crew on that mortar. A squad of stormtroopers coming out. Does mean that shadics only has 1 snaring squad now with the Grenadiers. Bit of a risk. Especially with the diving M10 style from Muno that we've seen so far. Not having those snares could be lethal. Has a lot of munitions, shadics, so can use the vehicle crew repairs. Gonna pop that now. Just to come through for the double anti-tank grenades. Could suffer quite a lot of bleed in the meantime, though. Nearly getting the wipe there. Got a couple of crawlers down. Ace back, healthy. Recon plane up for pack. SU-85. Maybe find an angle over here. Gonna cap under the cover of the smoke. Raketin vetting up nicely. B4 going for the recruit mortar. Double anti-tank guns coming forwards for the KV. We also have the T-70 on recon mode back there. Trying some long line of sight. Black Panther shooting down the recon plane quite quickly though. Looks like the mortar went down. No escaping that B4. Pretty good connection from the Ace. Follow-up shot also extremely low now. Maybe the final blow could knock out half the squad. Looks like he lost sight on it maybe. Does not get the final shot off. A little bit unfortunate. The trench up, MG inside. He's going for... Oh, he's trying to target B4 with its own howitzer. Interesting.
Heavy machine gun group are ready for action.
Hands are surviving though. Bit of a lucky break. I think the pack missing a shot. Oh no, those attack ground attempts. Be careful with those Raketans. You're running right into the B4 danger zone there. Assault squad's coming in from the side. Full retreat for Rip. Probably now that he's built a couple machine guns, probably has to start saving his manpower up now for the King Tiger from here. Has gone for Anvil instead of Hammer, so it doesn't have the Gammon bombs to drop on the LFH. Conscripts charging forwards, but they also have to pull back. Still Muno with a monumental amount of munitions in the reserves. Could just spam these out a bit. I know the flak panzer's around, but if you're diving in that deep, maybe the flak panzer's occupied shooting at infantry instead of the planes, so you can still get a good amount of damage done with the planes before they get shot down, because well, they're not getting shot down. Bunker covering the far VP for shadics there. Word for next for him as well. And going for the base howitzer barrages. I don't know about that for Rip. You know, there's so many juicy targets in this area. B4 targeting slightly more shallow on the angle this time. Good damage from the double Raketans though. A lot of damage from those. Smoke out again, capping in the center. Triple M10s looking to dive down, and the mine that was here has been swept. Double Raketans trying to find an angle. Oh, but we got this Shrek squad there, but the M10's getting some really good penetrations through the frontal armor. One M10 goes down. Oh, and now they're bouncing like crazy. Uh-oh. Oh my. Okay, there we go. Oof. Can he get away with both of them now? Kitten trying to find an angle. Looks like they will both get away. They traded loiter for loiter there as well, so even in the munitions department, one M10 down in return for a Tiger Ace. Very good value trade for Muno. I think Rip was a little bit overwhelmed in that engagement. You know, there was a Faust opportunity with those Volksgrenadiers. His initial Raketen positioning was a touch clumsy. Oh man! Nasty shot from the B4. Oh, D crew on the LFH as well. Is this outright destroyed?
Do you need something?
28 kills now on the B4.
Weapon team, ready. Taking fire over here.
Heck, was just so much manpower. It's crazy. Just spam down a couple Munis caches potentially. Start spamming for Mother Russia, might as well. Shadics having to play conservatively until he gets another tank out. Here comes the King Tiger. A little bit unfortunate for the Axis. They haven't had both the heavies on the field at the same time, I don't think. Both died too quickly for that to happen. Okay, plane coming in for Pack with the recon. Planes are available to shoot that down. Recrew on the LFH. Didn't repair it up though, so quite vulnerable to getting destroyed by the B4 if another grazing shot happens like that again. Well, I'd say that it probably would have survived. In fact, I think it guaranteed would have survived, right? It has 480 health, I believe. And the B4 currently has 400 damage. Oh, well, there goes the T-70 at least. But yeah, paying the price, not repairing up the howitzer. Oh, I suppose it doesn't have any stern pyres, right? Okay, well, maybe he can't be blamed then. Trying to field the King Tiger as quickly as possible before going the stern pioneers. Cost him his howitzer though. Planes are pressuring. Can't quite get the D crew, and here's the Su-85 now, missing its first shot. Conscripts ooh-ahing in. Fucking smoke getting out. Goes for a Stug. Okay, shadics not hanging around for the ace again. What's the more immediate impact? King Tiger, what is he doing? Such a horrible play. Why is he pushing that far forwards with it? Does have the double Raketens covering it to some extent. Continues trying to get around the rear. Planes coming through now. Bit of blocking on the King Tiger. And it goes down. Doesn't even get a single British tank in return. Initially putting too much to... Oh! Squad down as well. Initially putting too much damage into the Churchill. Needed to immediately target the M10s instead. So put a miss micro there for rip. Also just leaving those Jaeger lights, I think they were out for such a long time. Ended up going down. Well, now rip really down the dumps. Howitzer down. Could rebuild, I suppose, if he builds another stern pyre. King Tiger down, still a huge amount, close to 200 fuel away from another King Tiger. Seems like the Allies have this one locked down. And one thing that you don't get in this commander any longer, though, is the vehicle crew repairs, which I used to really like. You know, I used to play this commander quite a lot back in the day. Just spam that all the time. There we go, B4 blasting away, pretty close range this time as well. Support weapons in tatters. Squad down, Raketen down. The double Stugs looking for the Su-85 kill. Didn't chase in though, but slow to do so. Now they have to disengage. Become the clown car action from Muno. Sacrificial diving in, getting in close with the assault sections and just destroying whatever army Rip had remaining. Double M10's chasing enough. The flak pans are now down. That goes. Double Stugs could be next. M10's looking for GG. One stroke down. Splitting the damage across both M10s here, not ideal. And the Axis throw in the towel. Well, Pretty entertaining match. Unfortunate. Some good dives there from Muno. Looks like, you know, 2 M10s maybe not quite enough, but 3 very quickly blasting down the Axis heavies time and time again this game. Rip, a little bit lackluster with this micro, I have to say. He did not handle the double mortar pits very effectively, the way he was controlling his units. And just his micro in general, a bit of a letdown, unfortunate for the Axis team. But yeah, overall some fun action in this one. GG. Anyway guys, wrapping that. If you like a game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.